Hey everyone, week 26 of B Rob's blog. Brandon here with you. A little bit disappointed. My last weigh in was yesterday, and unfortunately, I have gained 2 pounds in my last month. We talked about that in the last blog. I tried to work it back off, and I know a lot of folks keep telling me, well, that's not that big of a deal, it's just 2 pounds. Well, I lost consistently for 6 months, and we've reached another milestone. We're at the end of our 6 months of weight check-ins, so that's hard to believe. It's June. It's almost July at the time I record this, June 30th. But we've been through 6 months of this already, and 65 is the number for right now. I don't want to call it the final number because I'm really going to try to step up my game in the next couple of weeks and try to get back on a regular exercise schedule and get back on kind of a regular eating schedule. What kind of got me out of whack a little bit, my wife Stephanie, this makes me sound pathetic and pitiful, by the way, but my wife Stephanie cooks. She does most of the cooking. I can fend for myself a little bit, but she takes care of me pretty good. But the last few weeks, her schedule has shifted a little bit at her job, so she's not cooked as much as she normally was there for a while. So I kind of got off the schedule and was kind of eating what I get my hands on, or whatever was easiest to fix. And sometimes what's easiest to fix is not the most healthy. My schedule had been all over the place, and I'd been traveling some, so I kind of got off of whack myself. But unfortunately, did gain 2 from 393 back to 395. But I mean, 65 pounds really in 6 months is nothing to, no laughing matter, no small accomplishment. But it just, I don't know, it hurts a little bit right here when you've worked so hard for so long and then to kind of come up short. At the end, as my doctor called it, he said he was giving me a mulligan, and I mean that's the best way to look at it. And I appreciate his help and his assistance and his sense of humor, because it's a little hard. I mean, it's a little hard to swallow. That up 2 pounds right here at the end. You would think that if I was going to fall off the wagon, it would have been at the beginning and not the end, but that's how things work, I guess. So at this point, all that's left, I go to the GI specialist on Tuesday. Yep, I look at my calendar. Tuesday, July 5th. I'm not even sure what time the appointment is. I got to call and see what the appointment is. I believe it's in the afternoon, but after that, he'll clear me. He's got all of his tests back. Insurance denied a couple of tests, which I think I mentioned in the last one. So, but I do have to go see him to follow up. And then after that, my chart is complete. It goes to Dr. Johnson, and she will review it. And after that, we'll go back and meet one more time with the nurse practitioner, with Dr. Johnson, the surgeon, and then surgery will get scheduled. So I'm hoping, like I said, it's late June, the last day of June, rather, as I record this. I'm hoping that maybe by the end of July, we'll be ready to go under the knife and to get the next chapter started. And again, I know a lot of folks out there, and I've heard everything in the last 6 months. I really have. I've heard, oh, it's the easy way out. Oh, you're doing so good. Just keep on going. Well, as we can see, and part of it's me have slipped. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's all, but the longer I got into it, the more I plateaued, the more I stopped losing weight. I was losing 7 pounds a week when I first started this. That was, I mean, I knew it was going to level off and kind of stabilize, but when you're losing that much that fast and you get down and you gain 2 pounds at the end, and maybe I was losing 5 to 7 pounds a month there the last couple of months, it's just, it just lets me know that this is not a battle that I can fight on my own. And you call it a cop out, call it a cheap way out, or not really a cheap way out, an easy way out. Call it whatever you want to. I know why I'm doing this, and I know why this is important to me, and I know why I'm going to continue and finish out this journey that we've been on for the last 6 months. It's for my health, it's for my well-being, it's for my peace of mind, and it's for me to feel better. That's all there is to it. I mean, you can criticize me all you want, and I've had a lot of support over the last 6 months, and that's been fantastic. And 95% of the folks, my friends and family, they have been very supportive. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I've been dogged the whole time. But you get asked a lot, if you've lost that much weight, why? Why have the surgery? Well, the surgery is going to help me take that next step to get where I need to be and where I can get to where I need to be and stay there. So I still think that very important that this process continues. I did my modules the other day. I kind of put them off to the last minute. You have to do 3 online trainings. Basically, know to let the doctor know that you know what's going on. One was on the surgery itself, the different types of surgeries, and then one was on nutrition before and after surgery, and the other one was on vitamins and supplements that I'll have to take. Now, with the gastric sleeve, I will not have to take as many supplements and vitamins as someone who had bypass or the switch would have to. But I still have to take some vitamins. I take vitamin D already. I had to start taking that because it was low. And so my blood work in the early stages, they found that it was low, so I take a daily vitamin D. But that's about all the medicine I take. I take a Synthroid for some thyroid issues, but other than that, I'm relatively lucky to not have to take a lot of daily medicines. So that's why I'm doing this now at 33. And yes, hard to believe, 33. I got another year on me since, well, not since the last block, but before that, the long gap there. I had a birthday and turned 33. So it's time. It's time to make a life change, and it's time to get to where I need to be and to be happy. I mean, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy with myself. It's just to be more active. I want to be more active, and my wife and I were thinking about getting ready to start a family and having some kids. So it's just a lot of things tie into this decision. It really does, and it's going to be a whole new world for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. And if people have asked me, "Are you nervous about surgery?" Absolutely not. I'm ready. Cut it up. Let's go. Get it out of there. But I know it's kind of a cavalier attitude to have, but I'm ready. I'm ready to have it done, and I'm ready to get back in the swing of things and get moving. So really looking forward to it, and hopefully it is not too long. It's now it's the of course you had 6 months of waiting, but now it's the really waiting. You're into the last little bit there, and it's the waiting game at this point. So I think that's all I want to update you on for this week. I'm getting a little bit long-winded here anyway. I'm going to kind of sit down maybe next week, late next week, and kind of some thoughts, some updates once I see the GI specialist on Tuesday, and I'll kind of keep you in the loop. But we're going to get back to weekly at this point. I'll have to record them at work because my internet at home is not the greatest, so I may be off a day or two, but I'm going to try to get these in every week as we lead up to the surgery and, of course, post-surgery, because you guys have been a part of this journey from day one, and I appreciate that, and I kind of slipped up there and missed about 2 months of updates, but I appreciate y'all sticking with me and the words of encouragement and the answered questions and the support, because it really has meant a lot. So I'm going to jump off here, and we'll see you next week.